So they just came out with the news that TikTok is going to be banned effectively. Again, I don't know when this video is going to go up, so that's why I love this series. It's pretty cool. But the news is that TikTok is going to get banned. The Supreme Court upheld the bill or the law or whatever. And the odds of it staying or surviving this are honestly pretty slim. Now, this makes the situation difficult, for building a clothing brand for small businesses. Everyone who already has a small business and everyone who is just trying to get started or whatever, especially with building something new. As I said, this is going to be a brand new brand. This is going to be what I've been working on. It's very hard to build without TikTok. Not impossible, just very hard to do it organically and without spending tons of money on ads and staying profitable and without pouring tons of money before seeing profit. I was profitable on TikTok literally from day one. So now it's been taken away. Things are going to be very difficult. This is why I love YouTube, why I love documenting the journey all the time, is because in a few months or maybe a year or two, I'm going to be able to look back at this. You're going to be able to look back at this and see how I was able to start, on the back foot with a big disadvantage. Just like, many people are going to be faced with now, people who already have businesses and people who would just want to get started. Something that I just saw a couple of minutes ago was the CEO of this big supplement brand on mostly they sell through TikTok. They sell a lot through TikTok. Probably makes up about 60% of their revenue because of the affiliate network and all these things. He has $750,000 on hold with TikTok. Just that's just for a month or a couple weeks kind of overall revenue, just to give you an idea of how much money people are able to make on this platform. And if it weren't for TikTok, that brand, which is now a bit more established, it wouldn't have had that same growth. So who knows if those funds are ever going to get released or whatever. Myself, I have a couple of $1,000 on hold with TikTok right now. I think about 4 or 5K, which is nothing crazy, but obviously that's very substantial to just if to lose that if the app gets banned and just shut down everything and I don't get my money. And that ties into obviously the series because this money, this like last payout from that I was planning on getting from TikTok is what I was going to use to like kind of just throw it all at the new clothing brand. I was going to use it to do the photo shoots. To get in the first samples and to get this branding studio to take care of all my branding, that kind of stuff. I would say it takes around 4K potentially, probably less. Like I'm gonna try to limit my expenses obviously as much as possible because honestly, no matter how much money you have, you should always limit. Like try to lose as little as possible because again, you're just testing. So I'm gonna test out different samples, but I do have the vision for the brand like pretty solidified. I actually just finished working on, I would say, a prototype logo. Um, it's not going to be the final product, of course. That's the whole point of the branding studio. But I do want to bring them something, right? I want to bring them um, I would guess you could say a prototype for the brand, a vision, so they can bring it to life. Because if you go and you're like, "Oh, I have an idea of a clothing brand, and I'm just gonna let the design and branding studio take care of everything," they're not gonna give you some that's personal to you. So I don't know the vibe of the brand and everything that I want to do with it. So it's gonna be cool bringing that to them and having them work on it. But man, I know I've talked in the last 2 episodes a lot about TikTok, but this is a huge fucking hit, and I guess I'm also doing this so I can brainstorm because it really helps me to talk about things out loud, the good, the bad on video especially, and in, like, real time, I get new ideas and I think of things. So, there is Pinterest. We're gonna be utilizing Pinterest a lot, and I think it matches the brand very well, which is great. Um, Gonna be on Etsy. I'm gonna create a new Etsy shop for the brand because I'm gonna keep my old one just because it has good reviews already and it has like products I can just constantly be just throwing up on there and testing and seeing if they sell. So it has like a good amount of sales at this point, a good amount of 5-star reviews. It's gonna be a star shop. Like it's on track to get a good rating from Etsy for this like past month period. So it's gonna be separate, but I'm gonna start a new Etsy shop, a new Instagram page. And there is this app called Red Note that's like similar to TikTok. The issue with Red Note is it's like actually TikTok's parent, um, like China version, the China version of TikTok, like the OG TikTok pretty much. But they don't allow you to put a link in your bio. It's still like mostly in Chinese. So I'm like struggling to even operate the app. Um, but man, this is just gonna be a very, very tough and trialing time. But every day I'm just gonna take steps, right? It's easy to get frustrated. But right now, like literally everything that can go bad for me is going bad. I had a shipment, an inventory shipment. I was supposed to come from China and they fucking lost it. So now I have to refund the customers that pre-ordered or ask them if they can wait another month, which is not gonna be good. This is for my first brand. So the idea is I'm keeping the first brand, but then starting my new brand as like the long-term thing. With the first brand, I'm just gonna be always throwing out things, testing things to continue to drive revenue. Especially now with TikTok gone, it's a pretty fucking desperate situation. And so I'm gonna keep that. But we don't know. Exactly. We're in uncertain times. As I was saying, we're in uncertain times, and just taking it day by day is going to be what I all I can do, all I can control. I don't know if Sunday the app is going to be boom gone, TikTok is gone. It doesn't make sense for me to create a TikTok page now for the brand, and like it just makes no sense. The app could potentially be gone. If not, and if we get the 90-day extension, then boom, I can start documenting the journey of brand building on the TikTok as well. At least it'll give me like a good 60, 90 days to get like a fire brewing. So for the first drop, there's some hype and people are interested and they see the process, which I think will make it very cool. If not, it's going to be on Instagram. So I'm going to create the Instagram, document the process on there. But man, guys, what I hate about fucking Instagram is the organic growth on it is so shit. Like I've seen people who I've known personally, like they have coaching businesses, or like personal training businesses, who have been creating contents on Instagram consistently with good editing, like genuinely great content for the past 3 years, and it never, their pages just don't grow. They've been stuck at like six, below 10,000 followers for years, and they're doing good content on a very consistent basis with value, and there's just no growth. And all the people that engage with them are just like local people that they know. The people that they coach is again just local people. There's no international reach for new accounts. The main way people have been growing on Instagram for the last few years is getting them through YouTube, getting more followers, or getting more followers through TikTok. That's been the main way. That's how people blow up their Instagrams now. Is you have like two different, I guess, Instagram populations: the people who grew on Instagram back in the OG days, and the people who brought over a following from TikTok or from YouTube and they blew up. But for people to just blow up organically just through Instagram, it's not impossible. I never like to say things are impossible or I can't do that, but no. But it is very, 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 very difficult. So we'll see. But I'm gonna bring something, unique with my brand. I'm not gonna get inspo from no one else. That's just causes you headaches. I'm just gonna go build, document, and see if people resonate with it. This is also a brand that I'm gonna show you guys like the pieces and everything that comes in because again, I'm building a brand that I want people to buy off of me. This isn't like, oh guys, I'm not gonna tell you my clothing brand, and I'm just gonna come on here and tell you how I made 30K in 10 days. Like that doesn't make much sense. If it's a legit clothing brand, and again, brand, not print on demand, because print on demand, why a lot of people don't tell you their print on demand store or what they sell, is because it can easily be copied, especially on Etsy. That's why myself, I didn't show my Etsy like every single listing, because someone can just copy it and go, sell the same stuff and take away some of the traffic. But with the brand, I'm going to show you guys when we get the latest, the first pieces, and put them on and show you guys the process so you can buy too, because it's going to be really, really like good quality stuff. Pretty unique idea, and I want to make the website super cool. I kind of want to make the website like an experience, as if you're gonna walk into a store. Because now we don't have to build a brick and mortar store. Obviously not build, but like rent a brick and mortar store and spend all this money on giving customers an experience when they walk in. You can just do it on your site for much cheaper, make it clean, and yeah, my main thing is that I've always driven traffic to my websites, and I've been consistently getting thousands of website visitors. And the most like I've gotten since I started driving traffic to my website around May was like 30, 40K monthly visitors to my Shopify for free. It was all through TikTok. So now I'm like, damn, how am I gonna do this? It's gonna have to be Instagram. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. The logo's done. I already know the brand studio I want to work with. I was just like thinking, okay, I'm gonna push, push, push on TikTok, and like obviously everything I'm making just save, 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 because you gotta always save for a rainy day. Sucks for the people who are just blowing the money they made on TikTok. Horrible decision, but I saved a lot. But I said the last payout that I get, I'm gonna push a little bit harder, and the last payout is just gonna go dedicated to building the brand. Because to build a brand, I mean, you can go the route of spending 50K on it, but that's if you have a couple $1 million to just throw and you still have consistent revenue, because now TikTok is gone and my revenue is going to slow down like crazy because I'm not driving traffic to my website where I got to figure out how to. And Etsy is just still slow. It's still in like the initial phases. So Yeah, that's why this last pay I was gonna be dedicated to building the brand. Man, I think, $3,000 is more than enough for like a good photo shoot. The brand studio is located in Mexico, so they'll handle a lot of things for I think about, a couple $100, which is by no means super cheap, but in America that's easy 1, 2, 3K for them to do that. So getting that done for a couple hundred at a high level quality, and they're gonna understand my brand a bit more. It's gonna be great. And that's where we're at. Hopefully, this doesn't get banned. Also, the way, just to give you guys a better idea, the way I'm recording this series and all these days is I'm not posting them in like real time, like the day I record, I post, because I don't have my home like computer with me right now. I'm traveling and I can't do the editing that I want to. So whenever you see this stuff, it might be like, wait, what? The TikTok ban didn't even happen. What is he talking about? That's why there might be a little bit weird time frame. But I am like recording almost every single day to show you guys my thought process and the journey and the behind the scenes and blah 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 blah. Next up, yeah, once I get this last payout, gonna reach out to the brand studio, connect, get the logo, put it together on their website. Might get someone to do the website for me as well, something professional. I can easily build a Shopify website in like 24 hours. But again, I want someone to do it well. I might do it myself. To be honest, just to get started, try to make it as nice as possible. Like I have the color palette, it's gonna be improved by the brand studio. The logo is gonna be improved. A whole bunch of things like the font, the script, the type. What is it called? The type font. Font ty I don't fucking know. There's, like, a specific word for it. Type form, I think we're gonna have that done, then, put that all together on the website, and then do the photo shoot. I'd r much rather invest into the branding studio and the photo shoot, um, first, and then do the website, like, take it up another level next, because I think I can do a relatively good job on it already. I've done it many times, and then get it set up on Etsy, up and running, and then getting the samples, with the designs that I'm working on. They're gonna be super clean, just simple, clean stuff. You don't, the brands that do the best is not like the logo or the design specifically, but it's kind of the idea behind it or just the vibe it brings, the aesthetic, right? The aesthetic, the vibe it brings. Is it gonna look That's what I'm thinking. Is it gonna look aesthetic on Pinterest? Like, are my main target audience is girls once again? Like, are they gonna look at it and say, "I really want that. Oh my god, like that's super cute. I love it, but it's also like clean and elegant and simple. Like, I want to wear that to the airport." Are they gonna think that? That's what I'm trying to get them to think. So that's where the main focus is. But again, I don't know how long this video has been. I feel like it's been too long, but thank you guys for watching. Stay up to date with everything by subscribing. You can follow me on Instagram as well and like this video. And I will see y'all in the next one. I'm out.